Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. Happy Sunday. And today we're going to be talking all about the current Fallen Path event, which I know for a bunch of people it's going to be a skip. But as you guys know, that I do have RHAIA the Morn that I pulled a little while ago. And the idea of getting a 5 red for a Void Legendary that I own sounds pretty great. But again, I know that this event is not going to be for everyone. Now, I do want to take a look at the table, or the path, I guess. Before we do, though, I do also want to point out that this involves artifact grinding and soulstones. As you can see down the points down below, so an eternal soulstone is worth 5 immortals and 75 mortals. That being said, there is a 2x mortals. We're going to be pulling some mortals and eternal soulstones for this event. However, I do want to point out, though, as far as points go, we do have the RHAIA's Mourned tournament, the event dungeon tournament that's ongoing right now. And also tomorrow, it's not showing yet, but there will be an Ice Golem tournament as well for the Fusion. So if you are going in on this event at all, you might want to double dip with these events and wait for Ice Golem tomorrow to finish up some extra points. Now, before we continue with the video, I do want to remind people that you can use the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get King Galkabar, recently reworked legendary for Sylvan Watchers, also Venomage, Tagore, and Farrakhan the Fat at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. And don't forget about your pal Pelops the Victor from the Argonauts faction. You can get this legendary, and all you gotta do is use the promo code RAID7 in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Okay, so let's go back into the path and take a look where we need to get to for the red. So there is a Covetous Passion mythical relic in there, which is quite expensive. I'm not really interested in it since I already got it for collecting all of the characters from this the corrupted Web of Corruption event. So I need 50k, 59k, 66, and a key. We don't start with any keys. So where do we have to get the keys? I have to get the keys on the side. Okay, so 60, 66k, 67,250, 6750, 67,750, something like this. 68k, and then I have to go down one of the sides. So I'm probably gonna go for some. I don't know which way actually. I like the energy, but maybe I might go for the energy actually. So what was I at? 69k, I think, if I counted right. 71.5, 74, and 77.5, 78.5 for the key. Okay, so I think about just under 80,000 points that you need for this red stars. Now, in terms of what does that mean? That means like basically 10 eternal soulstones and probably all the mortals I have. Although there will be some artifact grinding as well. So I got to keep that in mind. Maybe I'll do like 8 or 9 eternal soulstones and the rest of my mortal soulstones here. Right, I got to kind of keep in mind that I'm probably going to do some grinding of those 2 events that I mentioned earlier on. The event dungeon tournament and then also the Ice Golem tournament that's going to start tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to be grinding as far as that. And I guess you can kind of assume that you're going to get any, if you're grinding like stage 20 plus or even any hard dungeons, you're getting about like, what is that? Probably minimum like 26 to 38 per clear. So probably like 30-ish, right? Your estimated value per run is probably about 30-ish points. So you could kind of calculate that a little bit as well for how many runs. You know, it's probably worth about maybe like 2,500 points per tournament. That's what I would guess just off the top of my head. So you can keep that in mind that it's not a ton, and you're obviously going to have to put in a lot of soulstone work if you want to get this. As far as the other stuff in here, yeah, it's just a lot of points to get that extra. It's like just the mythical relic alone is going to be like an additional 70k, because you would then have to get the other key, which would be down the other path, right? And if you just want the sacred shard, and there's also a prism. Is there another prism pool coming up? I didn't even know that, actually. So that would be an additional 12,000 points just for the prism shard. I wonder if that's worth it, though, because if you're going for RHAIA's soul anyways, that would just be an additional 12k. You know, it's a lot. It's like 1.5 Eternals, I guess, if you put it that way. I'm not sure. Is the prism pool out yet? I don't know if it is. No, it's not. I don't know what we're actually getting out of that. It's not in the news. I haven't seen any particular event. I don't know if they talk about it in here. I don't know what kind of prism pool that's going to be. Maybe I'll wait and see, right? But for the moment, though, we do have boosted mortals. So we're going to do that. Now, my wish list is as follows. Lamasu, what's their name? The one that's from the points that I that's been shit for all this time. Why can't I remember her name? Anyways, Saoirse. She's actually really good now, but obviously costs money to get. And Varkos Head Splitter. Then I have my epics at Mr. Rider Diethy, who's like one of the best epic nukers in the game, honestly, in my opinion. Then we have Venomage, and then we have Gorlost, the something from Demon Spawn, because I do need an extra nuker from there. So let's just get started anyways on our mortals. Then we're going to dip into some of the Eternals that I've been holding on to. If you guys are afraid that I'm going to be breaking potential deck of fates, I have quite a few points anyways. Also, I got a shit ton of soul collections, so at the end of the day, I could sell more if I need to. And so I'm not worried about completing a deck of fates related to a champion. I have more than enough points for that. So let's get started. Oh, sorry, I meant to hit the 10x. Oh my god. And then let's turn up our where's our music that we normally pull for our summons. Okay, let's back out. Let's do the 10x mortals. Let's see if we get, you know what would be really great? That mythical that I own. Right, then some of the new mythicals. Got some legendaries. We got 2 Elva, wish list. I had a Sentinel apparently. We have a Helicath, again, just kind of low red stars here though, and a couple of full cards. I don't really change my wish list on rares that often because I don't have the time to upgrade rares. Let's go for another 10. See what we get here today. Oh, a 4 red Ashtar. I don't have it. A lot of these mythicals that I do have souls for that I don't actually own. Arn the White, because he's one of the newer ones that I own. That would be great if they could do that for me. And secondly, I would also love on why I forgot her name, Sabrail the Distant. If they could do that for me, that would be absolutely amazing. Plarium, please make it happen. Okay, let's go on for our third set of 10. It's almost tempting to buy some Mortal Soul Stones, but I gotta be honest, guys. It's slot machining. Soul Stones are some of the biggest slot machine tactics. Don't spend money on Soul Stones. I just really don't think it's worth it, right? Just get it free to play as you play the game. Grim Forest, Iron Twins every single day, that kind of stuff, and it builds up eventually. I just would never... I would rather spend money on Void Shards than I would on Soul Stones, Mortal Soul Stones or otherwise, but Eternals are super expensive as well. I think they're like $30, $30 US for like one Eternal Soul. They're basically like a Sigurd Shard for Soul Stones. Nothing super amazing so far, and we only have one set of 10 left, but we do have, I guess, the Eternal Soul Stones, even though they're not boosted, but I am going to do it for the 5 red. Like normally I would wait for some sort of boosted point for this, but this is the best way to get some quick points, would be the Eternal Soulstone. So I think I'm going to do about 8 of those here today and see if we get anything good. Like we got some higher... I don't know if I even got any upgrades, honestly, out of all of this. No, not really. So it's kind of disappointing, actually. This is what I mean. Like you could spend $100 on 96 Soulstones, and that would give you like 10,000. Yeah, it would only give you like 10,000 points on this, actually. So if you went for raw points, right, and not for drops, you would rather be spending your money on Eternal Soul Coins, because that's crazy when you think about it, that actually it's $100 Canadian, or 110 Canadian, right? Maybe that's like 80 US dollars to get yourself 10,000 of these path points, right? Because the conversion for mortals are terrible, but you do want to pull it because of the 2x. So that's something that I would say. Let's reset the music. We're kind of prepping ourselves here for the Eternals, because at a bare minimum, right? They have a minimum of 4 red, don't they? I think Eternals. I haven't pulled. I can't remember the last time I've ever pulled Eternals, but obviously the better time would be to wait on a 2x. But I need to do it for this. So let's go back out. We did not get anything amazing out of the mortals, but that was kind of to be expected. Eternals are minimum 5. Sorry, my bad. And actually, they cut out the rares as well. So you have a 60% chance of an epic, 30 legendary, 10 mythical. I cannot remember the last time I've pulled Eternal Soul Stones. Obviously, that didn't even give me much there, right? So I have to go down. I really want... It's only 40 energy, actually. So I need to go down the right-hand side, because that's what I said I was going to do. Right? And we don't even have enough to do that, because we need to get the key, right, before we can even go down the middle. So, yep, we're going to do, I think, 8 Eternal Soul Stones here. And then I'm going to probably try to grind the rest out with dungeons, or at least as much as I can. So that is the goal here today. That is going to leave us with more than enough to clear a deck of fates in the future if need be. So let's put that music back on. Let's see if we get any luck out of these 8 big stones. I have not pulled these stones in a very long time. So let's get started with Eternal Soulstone number 1. It's a purple, of course it is. It is a 5 red Xantha. Now, on the flip side, though, depending on what you get out of an Eternal Soulstone, if it's a big enough pull, right, it is a 25% of a 6-star. Like, you can sell some of these. I think if you get a legend, I don't have any legendary 6-stars, but you could pretty much, I thought, you could sell them for, you know, coins back. If they're a real shit character, you know, you can pull them, you can bring them back. Now, the 5 red, that's only worth 100, right? So 1/10, unfortunately. But if you get a legendary or mythical and you really don't want it, yeah, it's tempting to hit that 10x button. I almost screwed up there because that would have been a bit too many. Eternal Soulstone number 2, another purple. Is it a 6? It's a 5 red Talia. Could have been significantly better. Not a Talia, but there you go. Soulstone number 3. Talia, not the best epic. Come on, give. Wait, did we just get her? Or maybe not. I don't know. It felt like I did. Fuck. Alright, guys. Come on. There's a 40% chance of not getting an epic. Please. Plarium. Good legendary. A 6 red Michinaki. I haven't used Michinaki in some time. He's really good. He was one of my first champions that got me into Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord, actually, when I pulled him and built him a certain way. And having that with Crushing Rend with his assist damage would be really, really solid. Now, I think, that's what I was trying to think. Can you resell that for like a full... Yeah, you can. You can actually resell that for a 6 red legendary you can sell for a full Eternal pull again. I don't know if this is something that I want to keep or not, actually. I haven't really decided. I just don't use them as much as I used to. So I'm wondering if it's just worth more for the points these days. But yeah, he's still really strong. Just not as... Depends on where you're at in your roster building. Skullcrown 6 also could be really good with Crushing Rend. What are Epic 6s worth? Oh, I have quite a few of them. About almost a third. Actually, I have quite a few of these. Maybe I should sell some of these off, actually. Interesting. I lost count. I think this is maybe number 6. We're still pulling these fucking purples, though. Another 6. I'm actually thinking of liquidating some of these. Okay, but maybe I'll do that in a... Oh! No! I don't own her! But it's a 5 red mythical. Nell. Still pretty good, though. If I ever owned her. What is that? That was 7, right? Okay, let's go back. Let's just so I don't lose track of what I need. The key. Then we go down. Oh shit! I screwed up. Well, I guess we have to go down here right now. And then we go down here. We open up the key. Open up that. We're at 45,600. We get the mega barrel, and I need about another 20,000. I think what I was going to do. I'm gonna pull 2 more and then do the rest with my tournaments. Okay. For the vids. Come on. Come on, bro. Oh my god. I fucking did it. I got a 5 red R in the white. Yeah. Yeah. I actually own him. This is amazing. I'm slapping that on right away. Before I forget. Boom. Super happy about that. Who am I going to give? I use them a lot in PvP, actually. So even though it's not that advisable to do Crushing Rend, I think I might do it anyways. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not so... Crushing Rend's better for PvE, isn't it, actually? I might give him Soul Reap. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. Lightning Cage? No, I'm not sure. I actually don't know. I'm torn, but not Crushing Rend, because I would say this more of a PvE thing based on enemy levels and things like that. I might give him Soul Reap. I haven't decided. I'm gonna have to sit on that. We have one final Eternal Soulstone to go. That made the whole video worth it. Actually, a 5 red mythical for a carry would have been better at 6, but I'm not gonna complain. And hey, a 5 red Gorlos, which I was in my wish list anyway, so now I can knock that off my wish list. Okay, I think that Arn the White made the whole video worth it, but it is really disappointing though, like basically how much that Soulstones are still very much a slot machine. I think maybe I try to get that Lion's Guard Galatea for the future faction crypts for Argonauts. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care that much when it comes to my epics. I mean, I do use them, of course. But we got that. So we have a 5 red soul. We have a 5 red skull crown already. I might just sell that 6, honestly. But we do go from a 2 to a 5 on Gorlos. I am kind of raising him up for Cursed City and things like this, so I will have some value there. But the rest of them, yeah, I wouldn't say that I got a significant amount of upgrades. I could go from a 1 to a 6 on Michinaki. I just don't know if I use them enough to justify this when I can get a full Eternals refund back, right, for future events and things like that. I'm gonna have to sit on these things. My soul collection is getting pretty rough. I'll need to sell, especially the blues, right? I'm just gonna sell all these off, right? 1 to 4 blues, just selling them off at that point. But as far as the rest, I really need to sit down, take a look at it, and what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. Let me know what you would do, though, right? So just to look at these Eternal Soul Coin prices, they're expensive, right? These Soulstone, 3 of these so this is 22,500 points for about the same thing that would have been less than 10k for Mortal Soulstones. So Eternals are where they're at when it comes to points. That's just how it is. 44,600. I need 5,000 more. I'm going to grind that out with the RHAIA's tournament and the Ice Golem tournament tomorrow to pick up my 5 red RHAIA. Again, total beta event for everyone else. Unless you wanted to go in for the Prism Shard, that would be about 12k. So it wouldn't be that much if you wanted to go for this, like 1 Eternal Soul Coin. Is it worth it? I don't know. I'm not even sure what the Prism Soul, the Prism Shard pool is even looking like. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the news on that. But let me know what you guys decide in the comments down below. Otherwise, happy Sunday. Great video if you guys are bored and want to watch something. Of course, before I go, I do want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, get out from under that rock. Download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get King Galkabar, recently reworked, of Sylvan Watchers, and also Venomage, Tagore, and Farrakhan the Fat at level 10, 20, and 30. Don't forget about your pal Pelops the Victor, legendary from the Argonauts faction. Get him free as well. Use the promo code RAID7 in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. That's it for me, everyone. Have a great Sunday. I'll see you on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.